Hello. All right. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, we're going to talk about the truth about what is going on with Tesla inventory right now. All the different sites are messed up, and there's a explanation on what Tesla could be doing and what we're going to be taking a look at from the actual people that created these sites that take a look at all the different inventory trackers. And so we'll get into all that. And so usually this is about the time where I run my intro, but if you're just joining in, my name is Dennis. I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best deal on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. And shout out to my latest Patreon members. We've got Jen, Milan, Meza, Corian, Crystal. Thank you for joining. Thank you for supporting. If you want to check it out, Patreon link down below in the description. So let us take a look at this. As you know, every single day we go to these websites waiting for Tesla.com to take a look at all the different vehicles that are out there. We also go to Matt Jung's website to see all the different inventory counts. And it looks like Model Y has sold out essentially, because now there is just not a lot of Model Ys on the websites anymore. Yesterday there was over 300 to 400 brand new Tesla Model Ys posted onto the websites, and now there is only 126. But before we get into why this could be not necessarily the exact truth and why this is not necessarily the correct inventory counts, Tesla has been messing with inventory counts for a while. This is a known fact. They don't necessarily show every single vehicle that is actually out there. There's been plenty of videos shown in the past with a ton of inventory being shown on different lots. So I would take all this with a grain of salt, all these different inventory counts and everything like that. And actually, shout out to Matt Jung. He posted about this because Matt Jung runs this inventory site, and you can see there's a massive inventory count decrease just yesterday, and that can't be the case, right? There's no way they sold that many vehicles in one day. There was no catalyst, no discount, no incentive. So why would people flock to try and buy Model Ys right off the shelf? I mean, don't get me wrong, Model Y is a hot car. Model 3, S, and X maybe not as much, but there's really no reason at all for Tesla to sell that many vehicles overnight. Essentially, there's no catalyst. But taking a look at Matt Jung, this is what he said, quote, "Tesla inventory data is flowing once again on my site. I've noticed at least one change to the Tesla inventory API, which I was able to work around for the US data. There are likely other underlying inventory changes made by Tesla that might not immediately be apparent." Number two, looking at today's US inventory numbers, there are some major moves compared to just a few days ago. Many more Model X and far fewer Model 3 showing, and I would still take these recent inventory numbers with a big grain of salt. Quote number three, "Since being blocked by Tesla, I removed a number of charts on the websites since they relied on a larger volume of API calls to the Tesla inventory API to work. The intraday tracker, average vehicle age, and per trim listings have been removed and won't most likely return." So this has been happening for at least a day or two. We noticed this a little bit yesterday. Even when you go to Matt Jung's inventory site, there is a big, huge disclaimer at the top. Fortunately, it's cut off a little bit, but I'll read it to you. And it says, "On June 18, 2023, Tesla blocked this tracker. See this tweet for more details." We've since worked around the block and have noticed at least one technical change made on Tesla's inventory API. It is possible that major changes in inventory numbers between June 18th, which is 2 days ago, through June 20th, is due to technical changes onto the website. You can see just a few days ago, on June 18th at 7:37, when all of this started, this is what Matt Jung actually wrote. "Looks like Tesla has blocked my server today. Not clear if it was due to volume of API requests. In parentheses, I try to keep it light where possible, or if they don't want their inventory scraped." I think that's probably the better answer to all this, because we've been talking about inventory counts, and so have a lot of other publications and a lot of other people. And so Tesla probably just did not like that at all, that we've been talking about how much inventory has been sitting on the books. how much had been sitting out there, so it's probably not a good look. So further quote, anyways, it looks like my site won't be showing any new inventory data from now. And if you've been going to waiting for Tesla.com, you've been probably seeing these same issues. We were showing what, 1,000 Model 3s onto the website, and now there are only 169 of them. But good news here is, well, let's go through the bad news first. So the bad news is that inventory does not show any sort of state data. But the good news, it seems like there's more deals coming onto the site. So we'll take a look at least for the Model 3. It seems like there's more demo discounts coming onto the play. So that's good. Massive discounts across the board if you're looking to buy a Tesla vehicle. And on top of that, there's plenty of incentives right now. Model 3 has 3 months of free supercharging if you buy a Model 3 and take delivery. Of course, both Model 3 and the Model Y qualifies for the $7,500 federal tax credit. And on top of that, if you use a Tesla referral code, just like the one down below in the description, you can get an extra 1,500 Tesla loot box credits, which then translates to 500 supercharger miles. So the first thing you got to do is go to our Tesla referral code down below in the description first, and then go ahead and place it onto your, click it open for your order, and then go to the Tesla inventory site. Let me make sure really quickly that it is attached, because I don't remember you actually even doing it. So I'm just going to make sure really quickly. But if you're interested in purchasing a Tesla, if you're interested in trying to get into the books, that's where you can go and try and get one to take delivery. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. Are you looking to place an order very soon, or are you going to just wait it out a little bit longer? I mean, we are what, a week and a half away from the actual end of the month. There potentially could be more incentives. I'm not going to sit here and say that that might not be the actual case, but it certainly could be in the very near future. But definitely some pretty interesting stuff. Let me know what your thoughts. We're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description, there's a Patreon link where you can support the channel. And there's a variety of benefits, but some of them include actually scheduling a call with me, where you can ask me any questions about buying a Tesla, selling a Tesla, or even financing a Tesla. And after you join the Patreon, you get a link to my buying guide, which is the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there that has all the links for financing your Tesla at all the best rates, all better than Tesla financing, better than whatever the 5.69% that they have. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description.